Hi everyone, hope you're all having a great day. For those of you who don't know who I am or haven't been here before, my name is Former Smudge. A lot of people just call me Smudge, which is totally fine. I'm a 21-year-old Yoshimitsu and Miguel player from Southeast England, Tekken of course. I am a TO for East London Fighters. I'm a co-founder of the EU's LGBTQ+ FGC group I Am Pride. That's a mouthful. And I am also trying to establish a local scene here where I live. So I'm very busy. I also stream on Twitch. I'm pretty active on Twitter, and I try and balance all of that with a full-time job. So yeah, I'm definitely a busy person. I wanted to make this video today about my experience in the FGC and what it's been like. I've only been part of the community for just over a year, so this is sort of an anniversary video in a sense, but I wanted to make this video just to kind of help some newer members of the FGC, or to help some people who maybe haven't thrown themselves 100% into the community, or just would like some perspective on what it's like. It's working out for me really well. I've made so many amazing friends and met so many amazing people doing this, and I've just thrown myself into it 100%. So this video is going to be a little bit about my experience and what it's been like. You see so many professional and long-standing Tekken players make these sorts of videos, but I feel sometimes some of them have forgotten what it's like to be truly new to the scene. So hopefully my video can give a little bit of perspective on what that's like, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. In this video, I'm going to go over my story, some of my early forays into tournament play, my personal development as a player, and the opportunities I've gotten thanks to being a part of the community. So I really hope you enjoy the video and you learn a little bit from it. And if you like it, then please go ahead, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch or Twitter or anything like that. Anything would be appreciated. So yeah, enjoy. My FGC journey starts in October of 2019 in Berlin, Germany. Yeah. My younger brother was one of the 250 plus competitors at Berlin Tekken Clash 2019. And our mum, being the cautious and worried person that she is, she was concerned about him going alone, so she asked me to take the weekend off of work to accompany him to make sure he didn't get lost or anything like that. So reluctantly, I took the time off and accompanied my younger brother to Berlin. It's worth bearing in mind that my only experience with Tekken before this was messing around on Tekken 5 as a kid, pressing as many buttons as possible to see what would happen, and a very brief time on Tekken Tag 2. And I mean brief. I picked this game up for 2 days and then put it down because I was like, this is too complicated. So yeah, I was familiar with some of the staples of the cast, Jin, Kazuya, King. But apart from that and beyond that, I was completely lost. My brother went 0-2 in the tournament, but it almost didn't matter. We had a phenomenal time, meeting some of the world's top Tekken players. We rubbed shoulders with Reinhardt, Super Akuma, Fergus, John Ding, Lohai, I mean the list goes on. I also met some of the people that I now call my closest friends in the FGC. Fast Legs of Fury, a random mop, Van GR, Mr. Croft, so many people. And thanks to meeting these guys and spending most of the event with them, they opened up the door for me to become part of the FGC, and I will forever be thankful for them and their kindness. I wish I'd gotten more photos from the event, but here's a few that I found. As soon as I got home, I bought Tekken and I sat down and picked my first main, Yoshimitsu.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
I know. No, really, I know that was probably not the correct decision. I mean, my first fighting game ever, and I pick my character to be one of the most complex, complicated, creative characters of the cast that require a lot of skill to use. Yeah. I made a mistake. That's the choice that I made, and I stuck with it. I'll get a little bit more onto that later. Early days were pretty tough. Tekken was a beast I'd never tackled before. The learning curve was so steep, unlike anything I'd ever done before. For the first few days, I spent time becoming familiar with my character and their tools, and gradually I started to get a handle on the game. Learning things and trying them out and things like that. But more often than not, I would let Twitter handle the brunt of my frustration. Would you like a montage? Yeah, I think a montage would be a good idea.
You were the clock that was ticking in my heart. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love so hard to find.
we got him.
Yeah, anyway, steadily, I made my way through the teal ranks. I would never last there too long, because more often than not, I would go on a bad loss streak and then be right back where I started again. But at the time, I was really proud of those achievements. I remained optimistic, though. Then, around 4 weeks into my Tekken journey, my wonderful friend Fastleg Zephyria invited me to join her team for East London Fighters Tekken Team Tournament 2, which was on the 23rd of November 2019. I was on a team with her and Slawpro, who was a Lucky Chloe player, and together we joined forces as a Slice of Death, and we shocked everybody and stormed the entire tournament and won the whole thing. Of course we didn't. In fact, rather not surprisingly, I was the weakest person on the team. I didn't win a single game, and I think I only won 3 rounds in the entire tournament. But it did include a round on stream versus Haroon, which I was ecstatic about.
He's going to take everyone seriously.
He would. Oh, nice Hopney. Very nice. Really kicking it off here. Flea stance. Oh. Oh my god. That's actually a really good trade. Oh my god.
Could have got more.
Nice dog.
And what a conversion.
Not finishing it.
I get around here.
Nicely done.
Takes a round off Haroon. Fast Legs is absolutely delighted.
But ultimately, I was a 4-week-old Tekken player. I was never going to win any of the games. But it didn't matter, because I had a great time. I even had the chance to cast. Somehow I weaseled my way into that one. Now, I had absolutely no idea what I was talking about, mind you. I didn't know move inputs. I didn't even know move names. I just made up names for the moves that were happening on screen. I tried to come across as confident as possible on the mic, even if I was talking a load of shite.
I can't count today. I can't really do a lot today, to be fair. I ate some chicken and rice and I'm just a little bit like done, you know?
It was fantastic chicken and rice,
It
let's
was.
be honest. I mean, everyone knows Paul. He is damage incarnate.
Of course, that hair, you can't forget it.
Oh, yeah.
Only I can dream of locks that brilliant.
If I ever get a haircut like that, kill me.
Yeah. Again with the low, just that little, I don't know, like butt spin, what would you call that?
I don't even know.
It's that kind of thing like I do in the bath. So
I don't even want to know.
no,
I don't even want to
you
know.
know what, right? I'll end it there.
It's not my area of expertise, I'll be honest.
I had a great time. I was casting alongside my friend Mop from Berlin, and I was just having a good time, just vibing, you know, even if I didn't really know what I was talking about. It was both of our sort of casting debuts, if you will, and he was definitely holding me up a lot more than I was for him, but we had fun, and I think we pulled it off. Now, if I went through every single one of the tournaments that I entered between November and now, we'd actually be here forever. But basically, I would enter the Belong Arenas tournaments. I entered a few TNT Onlines with East London Fighters. Of course, with COVID, we haven't had offline or anything like that, so it's been primarily online tournaments. And I have gone 0-2 in every single one of those tournaments, except for one. East London Fighters Rank Up Level 4. I fought Faith, a Smash player, and it was really good to see her in the bracket. But I managed to clinch the victory, quite convincingly actually, and I was really happy with that.
It's another cheeky low, and another one into the cancel.
Smudge, have mercy. Oh, big whiff.
Oh,
the dirty Yoshi stuff.
I eventually went 1-2 in the tournament, so I lost the following 2 matches, but it was a start. I'd finally not gone 0-2 in a tournament. I took a little bit of a detour with the tournament thing, so we're just going to go back and cover my ranks real quick. I hit green ranks in January 2020, and I'd get out of green ranks and hit warrior in about April against a Zhao Yu player.
Oh my god! Oh my god, screenshot it. Just screenshot it. Oh my god.
I was very proud of that. I felt like I'd really improved as a player, and I was totally ecstatic. I continued pushing, but I spent forever in yellow ranks, a very, very long time. For me, yellow ranks was like my green ranks. I I hit Vanquisher at one point just to get instantly demoted back to Usurper, and it actually took me months to get back to Vanquisher, but eventually I got it, and I felt really solid in Orange ranks. My Season 3 high was Destroyer, but I ended the season on Usurper, because at the end of the season I tried to push to get Genbu, and it just went the opposite way to how I wanted it to. It was around this time that I started to stream more regularly. I put some more thought and effort into it. I got a stream schedule together, and to my surprise, people actually wanted to watch me. I got affiliate pretty quickly, and now I'm just working to try and build an audience and build a community, and I cannot be more thankful to those people for sticking around and watching my stupid face. Fundamentally though, I was still a weak player. Yoshimitsu relies on none of those skills. In fact, he's very creative, party mode, janky kind of character. So I decided to pick up Miguel in about June, just to try and improve those skills, and I really think it worked. At first it was a really difficult transition because they play so differently from each other, but eventually, with enough practice and time, I managed to become more and more comfortable with Miguel, and now I think I can say that he's my pocket character. I've improved with my sidestepping, my punishment, all of my fundamental skills really. There's lots of other parts of my FGC story that I missed out. The creation of Iron Pride, which is a project between myself, Fussex Fury and Van GR, wanting to create an LGBTQ plus friendly space for FGC players all across the EU. My continued involvement with East London Fighters and going from just being one of their helpers for TNTs every so often to one of their fully fledged staff members. I mean, I will forever be thankful, and I feel like I've been really lucky to have been so involved with that, so thank you. And as I said at the start of this video, I'm trying to create a local scene here where I live too, because London is 2 hours away, and to travel that far for a local is quite a big ask on a regular basis anyway. So I wanted to try and curate a bit of a group here where I live, and that's also taking up a little bit of my time too. And that pretty much brings us up to present day. I mean, Season 4 has been a tough nut to crack. I'm really struggling there at the moment, but I know that I'm a better player now than I was several months ago, and it's just about that progression I see within myself to know that I really am improving. I'm telling you right now, you better watch out for me when I win the TWT in 2025. Just delete that clip, yeah right. But for now, I'm just chilling with all of my Twitch chat, trying to get better, and just trying to build a nice community that everyone can enjoy being a part of. And I really appreciate everyone for being along for the ride, and for the good times and the bad. I mean, so much love to all of you. Mwah! What this video isn't is a huge analysis on the FGC. Toxicity is still a huge part of the community, and there's always going to be people out there that want to bring negativity to the space. But I've never really experienced that too much. I've had a few salty messages and things like that, but I haven't experienced anything too negative, thankfully. But I know there's a lot of people out there who have. What I hope is that in future people can be more positive and create this space to be somewhere that is really inclusive and enjoyable to be in. I mean, all you have to do is go to an offline event and see the number of smiling faces and the hype and the excitement amongst everybody to see that actually, in the grand scheme of things, this space is great for everybody. And that's the side of the FGC that I've seen. With my general experience covered, I wanted to go over some of my best tips for people who are looking to get into the FGC or want to get more involved with the community. Number 1. Join FGC Twitter. It's the main hub for all things FGC, the social media of the FGC. Start following some of your favourite players and organisations, find your local players and interact with them too. Many people will often follow you back and interact with you just for being a player yourself. You can find tons of information and videos on Twitter in a short, accessible format, so I would highly recommend that you use it. Number 2, find your local scene and get involved. Most areas across the UK and the EU have local scenes. Whether it's a small group of less than 10 or a much larger scene, it's almost guaranteed that you'll be able to find something nearby. I would 100% encourage you to go along to locals regularly. Don't be nervous. Every scene that I've encountered are often over the moon about welcoming new players. Tip number 3. Think about increasing your character pool. I want to preface this one by saying that I don't encourage this if you're still very new to the game and just figuring out how things work. In that case, I would encourage you to stick to one character and become familiar with them and their tools. However, if you're feeling stale in your gameplay, it might not be a bad idea to try out another character for a while. Oftentimes, it can teach you skills that you can carry across to your main. I personally would also advise against choosing advanced characters for your first mains. I picked Yoshimitsu, which in hindsight was a bad decision. It held me back for a very long time, and even now I still struggle with some of his advanced setups. So try picking an easier character to start with. That being said, don't let me hold you back. If you really adore that character, play that character, regardless of difficulty. Tip number 4. Join FGC Discord servers. Linking back to my first point about Twitter, the FGC lives on Discord. Local scenes often have servers established, and you can usually find people playing every single day. Get involved and play sets with your friends, even if they're way better than you. Even if you lose 20 games in a row. I promise you, you will learn something. Tip number 5. Go into each session with a plan. It's easy to get discouraged online. A few bad losses can really put a sour taste in the mouth. Instead, I would try to stay positive in ranked sessions by setting myself some goals, like this time I'm going to block punish this move correctly, or I'm going to use this specific combo, or I'm going to use this setup. It may result in more losses than wins, but in reality, you're improving as a player every single time you complete one of those small goals. Keep yourself motivated and try a few out. Tip number 6. Have fun with it. This is the most important tip I have. I'm guilty of seeing rank as the only gauge of skill, when in actuality this is false. I've come across many godlike yellow ranks, as well as a Fujin that couldn't break throws or even do the simplest of combos. It happens. In my opinion, rank is an estimation of skill, but it's never definitive. For example, I'm sitting at Vanguard at the moment, but I'm a much better player now than when I was Vanquisher in Season 3. Try those crazy setups, try that unblockable, celebrate that conversion. Mess around with your friends and create those lasting friendships. It's what brings the magic to any gaming community, and it's no different for the FGC. And that pretty much wraps up the video. There's always going to be bad parts to a community. I'm under no illusions that the FGC is no different. But these are the things that I've learned in my year here, and I'd just like to thank everybody for the opportunities and for the friends that I've made. I'm looking forward to a long future in the FGC, and yeah, hopefully with time I'll improve and maybe one day I'll even be a top player. There's so many people that I have to thank. I mean, Fury and Vaughn, thank you so much for taking me under your wing in Berlin. I mean, none of this would have happened without you two, so specifically I just want to extend my thanks to the both of you. East London Fighters for believing in me and for developing me as a TO, and hopefully I can help you guys out a little bit more in the future. Of course I have to thank my brother Neb just for being a great brother, and also for worrying our mum enough that she made me take the time off work to come with you to Berlin. So yeah, I mean, I guess it all worked out in the end, huh? And of course, thanks to everybody in my Twitch chat, my regular viewers. I mean, all the clips that you saw in this video are pretty much taken from Twitch clips, so thank you so much for clipping those, because this wouldn't have been possible without you either. So that's everything from me. If you liked the video, then you can go ahead, drop a like, subscribe to the channel maybe. I'm looking to maybe post a little bit more on here in the future, so hopefully will be content. Yeah, I hope you all have a great day wherever you may be, and I'll see you later. Bye.